We've become accustomed to people getting arrested for public prayer in China. Now, how about in Calgary? Artur Pawlowski, preacher for the Calgary Street Church, has been charged countless times for putting up signs and being a public nuisance. But the occupiers, the same occupiers who are refusing to leave Olympic Plaza, even after causing thousands of dollars in damage, no problem for them. Zip. The hypocrisy is breathtaking. Reverend Pawlowski joins us from Calgary to share his story. Hi, Reverend.
Hi, Charles.
Well, tell us about what you and some of your colleagues have been doing for the last few years and how the city authorities in Calgary have treated you.
Well, for the past 8 years, we have taken the church to the streets. We feed thousands of people on the streets of Calgary. We minister to drug addicts, prostitutes, drug dealers, even homeless in generally, under the bridges on the streets of Calgary. So, in other words, we took the hope that Jesus Christ gives and we brought it to the very people that fell through the cracks. Majority of those people, no one cares for them. Hundreds of them are barred from the shelters, so that's where we stepped in. At that time, the headlines were saying, homeless lost hope, what we're going to do, crisis. So we decided as believers, as Christians, to do something about this issue, and we took the very thing that we know that saves people's lives, gives hope to them directly, in the middle of hell, so to speak.
So you took a rather traditional approach. You determined, along with your colleagues, that what's worked for thousands of years would work now, and that's giving people spiritual comfort and through spiritual comfort, possibly healing.
Well, of course, we have seen thousands of people's lives change, not just few. People that were drug dealers would change their profession and would come and become volunteers. They still work to this very day with us. Prostitutes would leave their profession and come and say, you know what, now we want to contribute to the society, we want to give back what we received. Of course, feeding is a part of it because those people are hungry. We have heard many times people saying, you speak about this awesome God that loves me, but I'm hungry. So we decided, okay, there is a big need here, we have to feed them, then we have to tell them about hope that they long ago lost. Because every human being is the same. It's like you and me, we need hope. Without hope, you lost everything. And many of the homeless people, many of the street people, in generally, they don't have hope. We come in, and in the name of Jesus Christ, we give them hope. We restore their dignity back to them, and that's the beginning. That's where it starts.
Well, it's interesting to me because what you're talking about, spiritual comfort and spiritual healing, and the connection to a higher power, the connection in this case to Jesus Christ. I mean, this is something that is used in rehab all the time. I mean, in very, very expensive addiction recovery centers, which only the rich can afford. This is used in our prisons all the time. There's nothing unconventional about this. So tell me where the conflict is. What happened to you over the years? What continues to happen as you try to reach out in this way?
You know, I believe what's happening in Canada is slipping away from tradition. It's going away from the history, from the foundation that this country was built upon. As you know yourself, this country was funded by missionaries, by people that had no problem in saying Jesus Christ is my Lord. What happened during the about 50, 60 years, we're going away from that, and now it's not politically correct to say I'm a believer, I love Jesus Christ, I believe in God.
So why specifically have the authorities in Calgary, I just don't mean to interrupt, but why specifically are the authorities in Calgary stopping you? What is it that you're doing, or what are they accusing you of doing? Because you've clearly had a lot of run-ins with the law over this.
Yes, you're right. I was arrested over 8 times, and I think the biggest problem is that we decided to take the church in the middle of the people. So in other words, we have seen the need on the streets, and that's where the church was not reaching, and we decided, okay, it's our time to step into this crisis that the government was saying, the media were writing about it, everybody was talking about it. We took the church outside the 4 walls, and that's where the problem started.
All right, so you're putting up signs, and I guess that's one bylaw that they think that you're violating, and they're trying to nail you for putting up the signs, or is it the giving out the Bibles, or both? You tell me.
Well, I have the papers with me here, and you will laugh at this, but you know, when I've heard of this, it was crazy. Did make available, offer, or give away free goods or services in a park contrary to Section 29A. Another one, did do anything likely to attract a crowd in a park contrary to Section 21F. And I can go on. There's over 100 of them, different stupid, silly, unconstitutional bylaws put by municipal government to restrict our rights. Giving free goods. If I feed a child on a street that is dying and I'm doing this publicly outside four walls, I'm breaking the law. I'm a criminal. If I, as a pastor, pray for you outside the four walls, I'm in contrary to the section whatever, and I'm breaking the law. I'm a criminal.
Reverend, I've got to get out at this point, but I just need to ask you this. Has any judge in Canada ever convicted you for reaching out in this way?
No. We have been defended by the courts all the time.
Well, I appreciate that. I want to wish you good luck. God bless. Thank you very much for what you're doing, and thanks for visiting with us tonight. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Reverend Artur Pawlowski from Calgary. Now up next.